Okay, going live. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and whatever else you want to call yourself. We have a stream, we have a Nomad, we have a Batman, and we have some information to give to you. And Nomad promises he won't rant much.
I said today I had a nice long little typing chat with Barry, right? And he was asking about how things were going and what's happened to the old gang and whatever.
Mhm.
Which unfortunately nothing good's happened to the old gang, so we can't really talk. I don't really want to talk about it. All right.
You don't want to talk about it.
Well, two were buried, right? Well, or
Yeah.
cremated, if you want to look at it from that standpoint. One of them was seriously wounded, right?
Ouch.
I mean, it's so consequently, I think Jensen and I are pretty much the old gang anymore, right?
Yeah.
And we pretty much talk about it. But he asked if I still do yelling at people and so. But I was like, well, except for
I've heard you yet.
except for
I've heard you
Batman
yell
now
at,
and then. I haven't been there.
I've heard you yell at passing aircraft.
Well, but that's not yelling at a person, all right?
No, that's yelling at a whole group of people
Well, I
in
mean,
the aircraft.
groups of people are not a specific individual. I'm not having a specific conversation like I used to with Mad Dodge or memes, or except for the one time with you. I mean, just now and then. All right, it's one of those things.
Have fun.
But I have stories. All right, I was
Yeah.
looking for stories, some of which you may have heard of, and some of which you haven't. So, you ready to start?
No,
Before you do, I would just like to say it is a really sad time that Bernard Cribbin's OBE is deceased.
yeah,
He was
officer
a
of British
damn,
Empire.
damn good actor, and his voiceovers on the Wombles, absolutely outstanding.
He was the Wombles
Oh yeah,
because it wasn't just the narration. He did everything.
oh yeah, no, I know, but
The fact that
just wanted to
people
say that.
the fact that people would come up to him that he didn't know and call him Grandpa because of his role in Doctor Who was pretty much tells you how iconic he was for the British.
Yeah.
Americans are like
Well-
who?
Well, he actually gave a 90s pop band their name.
Right, said Fred.
Yeah. Right Said
Yep.
Fred, because in the 60s he had a chart-topping song called Right Said Fred.
Yep.
Yeah,
True.
it's I appreciate I can appreciate that what kind of a loss you guys have in that. But with all that said, let's get it started now. Ready?
Ready when you are.
This is a potential loss, right? China warns Pelosi's trip marks an invasion, and the military has the right to fire on her plane.
Please let her go!
Yes. Oh.
The Chinese Communist Party mouthpiece said on Friday that it would shoot down Democrat House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's plane if she makes a stop in Taiwan, a move he said is tantamount to an invasion of the island. If
Please, for the love of God, let her go!
Nomad, promise them that you're not going to fire back. Let's see if they will do it. It'll be
if
hilarious.
U.S. fighter jets escort Pelosi's plane into Taiwan, it's an invasion, said Hu Jing. Hu Jijin? Is that however you say your name? All right, an analyst for the Chinese state-controlled Global Times propaganda outlet said he's an analyst. What are you analyzing? This doesn't sound like analysis. The PLA has the right to forcibly dispel the plane. Do they think that Nancy
It's
Pelosi
magic.
is a witch flying a magic carpet?
Oh
Well,
my God! They think she's on a broom.
The thing is, once the flight crosses into Chinese territorial airspace, you instruct the fighters to pull back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you don't want important personnel getting killed.
No, that's right.
If U.S.
Get the flight crew of the jet to bail out.
Yep. And
To-
leave
to
leave the hell
include-
to it.
to include firing warning shots and making tactical movement obstructions. If ineffective, then shoot them down. Pelosi is scheduled to depart Friday for a tour of Asia, and it has been rumored that she will visit Taiwan. Tensions have been high ahead of Pelosi's visit, with the Chinese government warning her against making any stop in Taiwan, the contested island that China has repeatedly threatened to invade.
No, get it right, Nomad. It's not threatened. We're talking about the Chinese here. It's threatened.
Pumice?
Actually, what you do is just before she goes, you just point out that Winnie the Pooh hasn't actually got the gonads to do this, and he's too scared of her. And you sit there and you taunt him for about half an hour, then you send her over.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the
Yeah.
Pooh. It's Pooh Bear. Yes. Let me let me explain this to everybody. Right. First of all, I'm conflicted. This is a very conflicting story. All right.
No, it's not.
No, for
Let
me,
her go.
for me it is, because there is that side that's with that. Do it, please do it. Oh God, save us all! Please do it now. All right, there is an aspect of my personality saying China could be doing America the greatest favor it's ever done in its existence.
No, actually,
Okay.
you're doing the human race the greatest favour it's ever been done.
All right, I'm just. But at the same time, she's an American, and what's more is she's an American official. And if China, I don't know if they even understand. Yes, America is divided with their leadership in the standpoint of how Americans approach politics. But if you dare to shoot down this plane at this point in time, and I'm going to tell you guys, everybody right now, first of all, this trip was always just quote unquote rumored. It's not a rumor anymore. And I'll tell you why. She can't afford not to go. What
True.
they've done now is made sure that she has to go, all right, and land on Taiwan. I'm dead serious. Now, they may think that their puppet in the White House, Biden, has control over Nancy Pelosi. All right, and has control of America
He doesn't even have control over his own fucking bladder.
I know. I understand that. But they think that they control him, and they think that he has control of America. Dude, you couldn't do anything worse. Are you ready to go to start World War III? Because that's what this is. That's what this would be. You shoot down Pelosi's plane, and it will the ramification. Because, like I said, she has to go now. She cannot politically survive. The Democrats could not politically survive if they sit up there and back down to China in this regard. None of the Democrats can do it.
In that case, I hope she backs down.
Yep. But one thing I would like to say with this whole thing, okay? This is a sacrifice I am totally willing to make.
Well, okay.
I think the loss of Taiwan is a good thing.
Then again, she's a Western woman, right? So she believes that she is invulnerable.
How do you know she's
the rules don't apply to her?
How do you know she's a... Well, that's very true.
Well, she was when she was alive, at least. Nomads. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I can't disagree with that for the most part. But I'm going to say something right now. I think China does not realize what they're doing. Okay, I think their leadership has the same kind of myopic leadership of the world about what they can do and what they can't do. And they're gonna. If Pelosi backs down, let me explain to you why. Hold on a second. There's a reason why she can't back down right now, and one of the reasons, and what would happen if she did, if she sit up there and back down, if they pulled the rug and did it. What you then could announce within 2 to 3 weeks or months later is you will announce the invasion of Taiwan. That's a guaranteed. You will be sit up there invading Taiwan.
Grobag.
Yes.
You're saying that the Chinese government has got this myopic outlook on the world. It has always had that since before the Great Wall was built. The only difference between the modern Chinese government and the ancient Chinese government with emperors is the name.
That's true.
Hey, TC.
The hey, TC.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
TC,
Yeah,
TC has joined us. Has joined us here. Welcome, welcome. So,
Thank you very much.
but all right, I can tell you right now what you're looking at. If is World War III here, folks, and it's not a
Right.
joke.
Oh no. How will
Can't
I cope?
Can't we just get it over and done with?
Put it this way:
Yeah.
the way the world is heading now.
Yeah.
So, the way the world is heading now, politically, economically, and socially, I think World War III would be getting off lightly.
Guys, I've worked it out. If you want to know what's happened, Bernard Cribbins has died and now World War III started. I mean, damn.
Oh, it's worse than
guy
that.
had
It's worse than that.
Right.
It's worse than that. The Daleks were just waiting for it to die so they could invade.
How do you know Pelosi isn't a Dalek?
Daleks are not that ugly. Come on.
Anyway, all right. Unfinished business in the unfinished business category of the news today. Who remembers this asshole?
Oh, you mean TC? I do.
No, not TC. Muqtada al-Sadr supporters hold new protest in the Iraqi capital. Brandishing Iraqi flags and the portraits of Sadr, protesters gathered at the end of a bridge leading to Baghdad's heavily fortified Green Zone district of the government buildings and foreign embassies.
Can you
an AFP
wind back the
correspondent
picture?
said.
Can you wind back the picture?
There? Okay. What about the picture?
Just wind back the picture.
I did.
He is. It's just we've got to wait for him to catch up with us.
Right, there we go.
There you go.
Why does it look like he's just seen his daughter absolutely bollocks naked dancing for a bunch of Israeli Jews?
That's harsh. But then again, look, for those people who don't remember, there was this thing where they had a quote unquote uprising in Sadr City, right?
So
during the Iraq War, right? And where people like me were saying, "Good, let's finish it now," and our asshole generals were like, "Oh, but the people," was like, No, this is the fucking problem. This guy is a problem. He has been a problem. He will continue to be a problem. You see, hold on a second. Syntax.
You can't just
if you wonder why I have some hostility, it's because of people like you that this son of a bitch still exists.
Mm-hmm. I take it all of this is happening on his birthday, which is a national holiday in Iraq. It's known as Sadr Day.
Now,
go on, TC. You were trying to work that one yourself.
I come into the stream and I get bombarded with a pun. Thanks. Is that punishment?
Now,
is that kind of
punishment?
Sid, I don't blame you really. I'm just putting it out there about the problem when you try and approach the situation with this. Oh, let's all play nice and let's believe the world is all Smurfsville, right? And the problem is when you approach. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. It is Smurfsville, but unfortunately, it's full of Gargamels. Talking about Smurfette, where is Shirati?
I don't think.
She says she might not be turning up. She's had a stressful day.
She is feeling blue then.
People farting in her ear.
Now the thing is though is a lot of people don't understand. You can't. These people don't think like we do. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy was a bad guy. This guy has always been a bad guy. This guy was firing. I want people to understand this. This guy was firing missiles from some of the quote unquote most holy mosques, the Golden Mosque, all right, in Baghdad. He was firing missiles from it. Okay, and yet you people want to think that it's the mosques are like churches. No, they do not. They don't treat their mosques like churches. They don't treat them like holy sites at all. You know what they do for their holy sites, folks? All you have to do is go take a look when the height of the COVID was spreading over Iran, and the biggest place it was spreading was at this holy site where they were licking the walls. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm not joking about this.
Wasn't he also the guy who had the bright idea to put missile sites in schools and hospitals as well, which they were doing in Iraq?
Yeah, no, I don't think it was him that was doing it. That was Sodom.
But they were doing it, yeah.
Yeah, Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
They don't care about the life of life of their enemy. They don't care about the life of their allies. They don't care about the life of their own people.
You're correct.
It's like Nomad says. They don't have the same outlook we have.
Horrifically, they don't even care about their own lives.
No.
Well, they think that they've got themselves convinced, right, that if they die in battle, it's for a jihad, whatever the jihad is, okay, whatever they declare jihad to be, okay, and that was another thing. There is no, when they talk about a jihad, you think that a jihad is a holy war, right? Because that's how we interpret it. No, it's whatever they decide that they're going to go. I don't know with. Okay, that's really all it is. Okay.
Allah Akbar!
All right.
They grow up so fast.
Oh yeah, Islamic suicide bombers go to pieces so fast that people can't get shrapnel.
Yeah, never trust somebody from the Middle East wearing a suspicious-looking vest.
Don't trust
Oh, hey,
don't
I
trust
found
a
out something-
5-year-old with a backpack. Okay, you
I
want to know
found
the
out
truth?
I found out something interesting today.
Okay.
You know the 9/11 bomber who was actually captured.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who one of his lawyers was, or at least legal advisors?
Go on.
Oh yes, you
Sadiq
said
Khan.
yes.
Oh,
I remember.
my Lord.
Yes, yeah. That
Yeah.
tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yep.
Damn.
These are the situations, but it's okay. I mean, we'll go on. Now Russia
think
cuts off
America-
gas supplies to Latvia amid growing energy panic in Europe after supplies to Poland, Finland, Netherlands, and Denmark are axed, and some cities go dark to save power.
That's not going to please Dr. Doom. Oh, wait, that's Latveria.
Russia has cut off gas to Latvia amid growing energy concerns for the winter in Europe. Is winter around the corner for you guys?
No.
Okay, I mean it's a few months. I mean, it is
It's
still,
about as far away from us as
July,
it is for
right?
Yeah.
We're in the same hemisphere, so it's about as far away from us as it is for you.
Well,
We've got autumn to do first.
I understand that. I mean, if it was coming, if you're talking about it from the United States standpoint, you know, I live in the desert, so this is not the same concern that it is for the people who live in Montana. Okay.
Guys,
You just have to turn your air conditioning down a bit.
Yeah, guys. For all of the Americans, when we say autumn, we mean fall. I realise you guys probably don't understand common English.
No, autumn is still autumn for us. Right?
Most of you call it fall, which I can understand why, because it's the season when the leaves fall off the trees.
Yes.
That was literally the excuse given. Why do you call it fall? Because leaf fall down.
Mm.
And we were wrong?
No, I did not suggest you was wrong at any point there, sir.
But there was already a name for it.
Yeah.
That headline, cities go dark, isn't that cities of colour? Come on.
All right. In a short statement, a company said it was halting gas deliveries to Russia's small neighbor because Latvia broke terms of extraction of gas, which is believed to refer to the EU country's refusal to pay in rubles. This week, Russia has also reduced the amount of gas coming from the Nord Stream 1 pipeline, into Germany to 20% capacity. Now,
do you know why they're doing this? It's because Putin's got it into his head that if he does this, he can force the ruble to become a rival on the world stage to the US dollar.
I don't know if he's doing it for that or if he's just doing it as a warning to the European powers to stop helping the Ukrainians.
Both.
Because let's be perfectly frank here, Ukraine doesn't. All right, I know people think that I think that Putin's a good guy. I don't think that Putin's a good guy. I think Putin's a brutal dictator. But I
Yeah.
don't think that people understand. While while he's a brutal dictator, is also a Russian patriot. Okay,
Yeah,
he believes in Russia first.
But unlike President Biden, you could leave him to babysit your kids and know that they'd be safe when you got back home.
This is true. But one thing with your comment about he's a patriot, it's not like any country out there has had a patriot in charge of their country and, wants to put their country first. I mean, make America great again. I seem to remember hearing that recently. That was a thing, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, and how many Americans tried to stop him from doing that?
No, none. They're not Americans. They're Democrats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like people who live in this country and have British passports, and they were dead set against building this country back up to what it was. They're not British. They're not English.
No.
Well, and I agree with you. I don't have a problem with him being a Russian patriot. The one thing is you said that your kids would be safe. Yes, that's true. The neighbors might all be dead.
Well, it depends. It depends. If they invade your house's territory.
No, if they said something off color to them, it might have been just look, some polonium found its way in their food.
You get back and he's annexed the neighbour's house.
Right. That's another possibility. All right, let's talk about Vlad for a moment. Vlad is a he does not believe that when you talk about somebody who doesn't believe that the rules apply to him. He doesn't believe. Well, he does believe the rules apply to him. The problem is the rules are the rules of the jungle. Okay, and if you're not going to sit, and if you don't want to be the bear, if you don't want to be the tiger or the cougar, that's fine with him. You can be the meal. It's fine.
Actually, Brad, in Russia, the rules don't apply to him. He's the one making them up as he goes along.
He's the bear. It's the same rules that they've always had. Whoever's in power is in charge. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
But it's a rule that they go by. It's the survival of the fittest. It's Darwinism at its best or worst, however you want to look at it. Okay. But when you talk about, but the reason I was bringing this up is, as bad as Vlad is, Zelensky is no different. The Ukrainian government is no different than the Russian government. This idea, for crying out loud, you had Ukrainian military planes flying to Bangladesh to deliver weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Nads, nobody's disagreeing with you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we're more than likely agreeing with you.
When we talk about what we should be doing in Ukraine, we should not be sending over weapons or anything else to the. I'm sorry, but we should not be spending our capital to quote unquote defend the Ukrainians.
I think we should be sending fuel air bombs over,
guys.
The direct way.
Guys, from Miss Murder, not to mention Switzerland broke their neutrality. Is this true?
Yep.
This is something I do not know about. So. Do let me know. I mean, it's rather well known about Switzerland neutrality. Come on.
Well, if you excuse me, I've got to go and feed the furry bastard. Turn the light off. I shall return.
Right,
I
don't know anything about this. It's quite interesting. Ooh, Switzerland.
Right. Switzerland is no longer neutral.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. There are two things that are known about Switzerland. One, they're really good with chocolate, and two, they're neutral.
Yes.
They are the two things that are known about this place.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're just known for chocolate. Interesting.
It will be interesting. But now, the other thing about all this stuff, right, is the Europeans made a big issue about how they were all, how much better they are than America and everybody else in the world stage for climate change. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why aren't they thanking Putin for turning off their fuel? You don't want to pollute the world, do you? You don't want to sit there and create carbon dioxide. Russia has determined to reduce Europe's carbon footprint. They should be hailing this guy as a national and international hero. Am I wrong?
Fair.
Why is the media all upset with Putin? He's the climate change. This guy is doing more to sit up there and protect or prevent or reduce carbon footprint than any other single person on the planet, right? Why aren't you hailing him as a hero?
Mm-hmm.
And what's more is according to the Georgia Guidestones, you got to get rid of a whole lot of people. He's well on his way to massacring tens of thousands. Okay. Hey!
But Nomad, what's the Georgia Guidestones? Don't you mean that pile of rubble?
Yeah.
Say it properly. And by the way, yeah, that's right. I said it. CSG has reminded me that Switzerland also has banks, and Red Feather reminded me their watches. So there are two other things about Switzerland that people know. It's bad to think that is literally it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what Americans think of Switzerland as? An overpriced tourist trap. That's what Switzerland is. All right. That's what we thought of Switzerland for a long freaking time. It's an overpriced. It's got nice yodelers. We saw Heidi. That's what we think of Switzerland. All right.
Oh God, Heidi.
I'm trying to keeping it real, keeping it 100. All right.
I may be wrong with this, but aren't they to blame for Sound of Music? Wasn't it Switzerland she ended up buggering off to?
No. She may have buggered off to there, but they were Austrians, right? Weren't they supposed?
Yeah, I know they were in Austria, but if I remember correctly, she escaped to Switzerland, I think.
Well, that might be true, but at the same time, when you think about it, what were the Swiss doing during that time frame? Counting gold bars made from people's teeth. Okay.
It was all because of the Edelweiss. It was all because of the Edelweiss.
Right.
Yeah. Again, a white flower. See? Racist.
Yeah.
You know what else we think of Switzerland? Ricola. That stupid freaking cough syrup. Okay.
Oh.
I'm just putting it out there. Just saying it. So, shall we talk about the Aussies for a moment? Now, this made the British papers, which made me chuckle. The Australian 4x100 swim team win the Commonwealth gold despite a love triangle between 11-time female Olympic medalist, her bitter ex-lover teammate, and her new lover, another fellow Aussie swimmer who has dated Miley Cyrus, Gigi Hadid, and Bella Thorne. Now, nothing against any of you people, but in America, it's like, what? Who are these? Nobody cares.
Right. Weirdly, I actually know who two of these people are. Miley Cyrus, we all know because Billy Ray Cyrus, and other things, but no one cares about that.
Mm-hmm.
That Gigi, Hadid, she's a daughter of one of the people on Housewives of Beverly Hills. So is she important? No, but nonetheless, apparently she's a somebody. Basically, she's another version of one of the Kardashians.
Okay, so basically you have a bunch of lesbians that were in different trysts with different people, and it caused tension within the group. Is this how I'm supposed to read this?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, in swimming, all you do is touch a wall and the other person jumps in, right? They didn't. It's not like running where you're running with a baton and you got to hand it to the other person. See, now that would have been a much more enjoyable event. Is as the other swimmer came up with a baton, smack her in the head as you go on by. This would be a much more enjoyable event to watch if you gave these guys, like tridents, right?
Actually, I can make this really interesting.
Sorry.
Sorry, go on, mate. Go on.
I said whatever gets you a gold medal, I suppose.
Fair point. I can actually make swimming really exciting. Bunging half a dozen tiger sharks and see how long it takes.
I
Yeah.
could have done that story because there's a lot of shark attacks recently all over the
Oh
world.
my god.
All right.
I did not know this, ladies and gentlemen. That was
All
pure
right.
accident.
The Australian swim team had won the gold medal in the relay at the Commonwealth Games despite an awkward love triangle. This doesn't sound like a triangle. This sounds like a square. In fact, this sounds like a complete, party and orgy. when you see this. All right. Suggested tensions were running high between a former pop star turned swimmer who dated Miley Cyrus, his 11-time Olympics girlfriend, and her bitter ex. I'm not even sure what this even is. I don't know. I can't pronounce half these damn names. The only one I can do is Molly O'Callahan. All right, that's the only one I can pronounce pretty much. William Zhu Yang. Now, hold on a second. Are you telling me that if this is the picture of these of apparently the swimmers? Is there is there a co-ed swimming event?
Yes, actually, I think there is.
Is that what
I
this
don't
Funnily
is?
enough.
These two
Okay.
guys with these two girls. This sounds like a foursome.
Actually, here's the question. I'm about to get this
Am
show
I
really
missing
in
something
trouble.
here?
Now imagine if they were all trans. Does that mean they can actually
Oh,
swim both
God.
sides and you don't need to worry?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Just suggesting.
All right, despite the snagging of the gold medal, and the celebrations were tinged with awkwardness when McKinnon and Chalmers did not shake hands after securing victory on day one of the Birmingham Games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. What, you want him? You want a peck on the cheek? I mean, what were they expecting to happen? First of all, I find it
They were all
amusing.
to run around going, yay!
Now I understand why they're doing this because obviously sports is not really going on in your country right now because so your sports people have to find something that is at least interesting to talk about.
Actually, I don't want to
I
put
admit
to
that
you,
this
mate.
is a bit salacious.
Yeah. We've actually got the games actually running here. But it's kind of entertaining it being the swimming, you see, because it's in Birmingham, which is basically slap bang in the centre of England, absolutely nowhere near any water.
And Jess Phillips is complaining that the Prime Minister didn't attend the opening of the games. Let's face it, if he had, she would have complained.
He was going to complain one way or another. You know it, and
Yeah.
I know it.
Why?
If he's
Nothing.
because he's not in her party. He's not politically correct, and he's not a woman.
Yes.
Are you sure about
Jess
that?
Phillips is the Labour MP who openly laughed when somebody a select committee brought up
Philip Davies.
a bill about men's rights.
Yes.
Yeah. She was also the person that Sargon of Akkad made it absolutely clear that he wouldn't even rape her.
Yeah, and she tried to get
yeah.
him arrested for saying that.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Mm, mm.
On to the next story.
I mean, you look at her, and you look at a person, and you can see how their physical features could have gone one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she could have been relatively attractive, but her personality has turned her into an ugly, hideous troll.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest a plastic bag.
Yeah,
In
she's an extreme. She is a full-on feminist, and I really feel sorry for her kids because she has two sons, young sons.
You only thought that
Also-
they were sons. You only thought that they were
Ooh,
male. All right. In a widening
good point.
crackdown, a renowned journalist arrested in Guatemala. Renowned journalist.
How are things in Guatemala?
In another sign of growing political repression in Guatemala, the authorities have arrested an award-winning journalist who was critical of the government and raided the offices of the newspaper he founded. Remember, this is a renowned journalist, Jose Ruben Zamora. Huh?
One thing, I thought Guatemala had eaten each other by now. I thought they'd be like gone.
Well,
I mean, I'm a bit confused here.
Well, half of them.
Have you noticed something?
What?
Guatemala it's basically Spanish, right?
Aye.
One thing I've noticed is countries that were invaded by Napoleon tend to have really horrible fucking regimes, and it's even worse for their colonies.
I was going to say, you can't really accuse... look, I will take the piss out of Napoleon all day long. You can't accuse the guy of invading Guatemala. I mean, come on. He weren't that bad.
Yeah, but it was a country founded by a country that had been invaded by him.
That's a fair statement.
Well, he attempted to invade. Well, no, actually, a different person attempted to invade Britain. Anyway, have you ever heard of this guy, Jose Ruben Zamora? I'm not justifying this. I'm just trying to point. Look, maybe this guy's bad news, all right? On charges of money laundering, very possible. Blackmail, also very possible. He is a journalist, all right? And influence peddling. I don't know what the hell you mean by influence peddling, all right? Oh, he must have been a fellow member like of Hunter Biden. That's what it must be.
Yeah. Well,
But he might be in some of those pictures. There must be a conspiracy, a persecution, Mr. Zamora told reporters outside his home as he was being held by the police. If that...
No, man.
You were able to talk to reporters while you're being arrested.
Are you suggesting, your thing with him and the Bidens, are you suggesting that he's a lolly prostitute? Is what you're saying?
I don't know.
Interesting.
If the
Ms. Murder, the simple answer is no. You left home. Deal with it yourselves.
I don't know what she said, and I'm afraid to find out. All right. If that's the case, we must pay for the love of Guatemala with jail time, dude. With all due respect, if all you're worried about is jail time in Guatemalan prison, then you're right. You are part of the corruption. The people are right. You need to be arrested. If you think you can go to prison and nothing's going to happen to you in Guatemala, rather than the beatings, torture, and rape that the average citizen gets, dude.
1 second.
He wields a lot of power.
1 second. Hello, Bobby B. Yeah, he's the younger brother of Babylon.
Right. So what you're saying is Bobby and Babby.
His claim here about the leader, apparently, of Guatemala. During her tenure, Porras repeatedly obstructed and undermined anti-corruption investigations of Guatemala to protect her political allies and gain undue political favor, said the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken in a statement. Really? Is that why you sent good old frickin', just pointing this out there, Kamala down there to make a deal with these people? Huh, Anthony? Do you remember Kamala?
She
Kamala Harris?
Deal with the huge car salesman.
Actually, I think that they sent her down to Guatemala in desperate hope that she'd get eaten. Let's be fair.
That might be true.
Oh yeah, I've got another. I've got another one for clip of Joe Biden. Would you like to hear it?
Go on. Oh! Oh,
That's the most coherent thing he said all of his presidency.
Well, no, that's not. It's his one word for America is going to be his outstanding.
Oh, you mean
yes?
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him in.
That's an actual quote by the man giving a speech.
Yep. I actually took it off a video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insult him? I called him a man.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Cadaver.
Whatever. By the way, Jensen, what do zombies call themselves? What are the pronouns of a zombie?
Hold on there, your dad. You've actually got a name for the guy. an official title. He's the cadaver in chief.
Actually, if you think about it, it kind of a bit worrying for the Democrats. You've got a corpse in charge of the country, someone who really should be a corpse as the vice president, and a corpse as the Speaker of the House.
No, you've got a failed flabby lap dancer as the vice president.
Skeletor! Skeletor's in charge! She's on her way to freaking Taiwan! Well, maybe.
Oh, please. I really hope she does.
Yeah.
Residents of an Ohio county are being warned to keep an eye out for 4 loose emus that escaped their owner's property.
Oh, and to anybody on the plane with Pelosi, I've got an important message.
Behold the gaseous stench of Skeletor's breakfast burrito!
Vermilion County animal control officers warn residents in the Danville area to contact authorities if they spot the flightless birds and do not attempt to capture them, as the flightless animals could severely injure a person with their sharp claws.
These emus.
Yes, these are emus. The owner of the animal...
you want to watch out for them. They beat the Australian Army in a war.
Yep, that's hilarious, that part. But in all fairness, with the whole thing with the emu, okay, with where they're talking about, I wouldn't be concerned about the emu. At the end of the day, that just means that they're high-speed Kentucky Fried Chicken. Boom, breakfast.
Okay. Jenson, Nomads, TC.
Yes.
Is it me, or should Call of Duty have a new expansion, the Emu War?
Yes. Yes.
Where it plays either side.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Right. The owners of the animal said he believes some kids damaged his fence at 4D Farms in Danville, allowing the emus and some cows to escape. Now maybe that happened, but cows escape from fences all the damn time. People don't live on farms, apparently.
I'm not being offensive or insulting or derogatory here. And I'm not saying that you're pronouncing it wrong. You're pronouncing it in the American way, which is correct for Americans. Mm-hmm. But everybody else pronounces it as emus. We do find it kind of jarring and a little bit amusing the way you pronounce it.
What,
it's not saying that you're pronouncing it wrong.
No.
Mm-hmm. How is it that I'm pronouncing it? It's different than yours?
You say emu. We say emu.
Emu, yes.
Yes, emus.
No.
Well, it is for you. I just said you pronounce it the American way, which is right for you.
Yeah.
The birds, right? We're chasing people in Danville on Thursday evening, and one of the animals was spotted near the Danville Mall late Friday morning.
Goddamn flappy bastards.
You see what happens when you're too close to frickin' Chicago? The wrong people have guns. Right?
I just had a thought. It's because somebody with ginger hair from down south mentioned Hunter Biden.
Oh.
Can you imagine? He could actually cause an extinction level event if he got abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
They decide that's it. We're going to wipe the lot out.
Yes. Humanity would be quite happy he's gone, and then, crap. Well, in all fairness, they'll just send back gifts, cobalt bombs.
And by the way, if we're saying Biden is Skeletor, does that mean Trump is He-Man?
No, Biden is Skeletor.
Oh.
Pelosi is Skeletor.
Oh, Pelosi is Skeletor. Does that mean no, or does that mean Trump is
Dude,
He-Man?
I'm looking at that tortoise.
Yes.
Oh, it's all right.
This tortoise keeps escaping because it keeps climbing the fence.
Yeah.
So the person says, "Okay, I'll tie a yellow balloon to them to see what happens." Dun,
He
dun,
floated
dun,
off.
dun, dun, dun. Jesus. All right, nothing against anybody, but if you gotta tie a yellow balloon to your tortoise to keep it escaping,
it's worse than tying a yellow ribbon to the old oak tree.
Fair point.
Get out of my head, Batman. Get out of my head.
No, it's spacious and empty in here.
Oh, thanks.
Well, somebody tweeted out that there's a supermassive void in relatively close proximity to our galaxy, So I replied, "Wow, I didn't know the inside of Joe Biden's head was
Oh
out
yes, I
space."
saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
This is interesting. A Houdini tortoise is now forced to wear a bright yellow balloon after repeatedly trying to escape from his exacerbated owner's garden. If
You know what it is?
If you've got if you're
tortoise-
exacerbated, go ahead.
That tortoise is the reincarnation of one of the POWs from Colditz.
By the way, the tortoise's name is Elmo, the Russian tortoise.
Bloody Elmo.
Russian.
Some-
It was
someone's-
moving slowly.
All right.
Someone's trying to get it to come out of its shell. Come on.
All right. Leaving the owner, Claudia Carter, 20, frantically searching for the speedy escapologist.
Speedy. Yeah, you can tell this happened in England because of the video, and also because the bad jokes that the press are using.
The psychology student from Sheffield, South Yorkshire,
There we go.
Yep.
found herself cutting back hedges, digging among her flower beds whenever he went missing, before finding him scaling a fence or digging under trees.
Yes, you're right, Ms. Murder. There's another thing, especially with tortoises, and it's partially due to their ridiculously long lifespan. They're far more intelligent than their brain size would otherwise indicate.
The video of Elmo sporting the accessory on TikTok attracted more than 82,000 views and more than 112,000 likes and comments from viewers.
That's a
I
disturbing concept.
will admit that the comment with her saying, "Are you embarrassed? You made a stupid life choice because it was stuck on the fence." You know, you gotta give the credit. You gotta give the tortoise credit, though. That's something that has a will of. I ain't staying.
Yeah,
I ain't staying next to this crazy bitch. You guys just don't know.
Like Grobag. It was hanging on the fence because it realised it had been spotted, and it swiftly hit the wire cutters.
Yeah.
It's probably true. All right.
Disturbing.
Final story of the day for this. We have to return once again. Once again, we must return to America, to a portion of the American Southeast called Florida. A Florida man is behind bars on a DUI charges for allegedly drunk driving a motorized scooter inside a Walmart.
Hold on. Guys. I've actually seen people doing that in London. So
I've seen people doing that up here as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen him driving drunk and crashing into shoppers and shelves and merchandise?
Yeah.
Eric Gregory, 39, was busted around.
Hold on. It's not going to be any good if you didn't scream "no brakes."
Eric Gregory.
How do you stop this thing?
Eric Gregory, 39, was busted around 10 a.m. Sunday inside a Walmart in Melbourne, a city 65 miles south of Orlando. Officers were summoned to the store, reference to an intoxicated male on a motorized scooter. A Walmart security official told cops that Gregory, seen at the right here, was haphazardly driving a Walmart scooter down the aisles, running into shelves and displays, and creating a danger for other patrons by almost striking them with the scooter.
Okay.
Almost. He wasn't aiming well enough.
You were saying that, he should quite no break. No. The guy I was talking about, he was actually looking at his phone and shouting at people, "Get out the goddamn way."
Gregory was reportedly so intoxicated that he was barely able to stand on his own and had to be transported from the store on a stretcher. All right,
How did he get on the scooter in the first place?
Gregory's backpack, which was left in the scooter's basket, contained an open bottle of Smirnoff vodka.
Nice.
How did he get on the thing in the first place?
With the crane.
Store security cameras recorded Gregory swerving, running into items, and nodding off while driving on the motorized scooter. Now, I would say, was the guy just old, but he was 39.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
Ms. Murder, I've ever told you how much I love you recently.
But I do have to admit this though: a Walmart scooter which tops out at 10 miles an hour.
Mhm.
Not if you do a bit of work on it.
Well, no, that has to be with a bit of work on it because 10 miles an hour is not as slow as you think it is. Okay,
No.
if this guy's full out going 10 miles an hour in that Sam scooter, he was busy supercharging it with something. Maybe he was pouring the vodka.
No,
on the battery pack.
If you
I don't know.
supercharge it, it's going to go about 15.
Maybe. I don't know. All right. But apparently, good old Aaron Gregory here is off to the pokey now.
Well, it's only a couple of years ago that a man in that area was arrested for DUI for driving his motorised lawnmower down the motorway.
Well, okay, yeah, but down a motorway is one thing. In a store, you're getting busted for DUI inside of a store.
Yeah, but this was a motorised lawnmower.
Well, okay, but still, it's outside. I mean, you're on a roadway where you can swerve into traffic and get run over by people.
Oh God, I just thought, what happens if those people who drive the trucks of peace get their hands on motorised lawnmowers?
Horrifying.
Cutting edge technology.
Yeah. Oh, and talking about tweets, CC, have you seen my latest one?
What's that?
The cat.
The link, the link is in
Oh, that, yeah.
it is in the Discord there.
Okay.
In general.
Okay.
So that's the last story, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Is there anything else that you guys have? I didn't ask you. I wasn't talking to you, Batman.
Well, I responded anyway, so you.
We know that you didn't enjoy it because Robin wasn't there to enjoy.
Oh, I'm glad Robin wasn't there. He's an annoying little bastard.
Yeah,
I mean, he keeps
Robin comes
pestering.
cheap.
He keeps oh God, he keeps pestering me to be a sidekick, right? And he's really annoying. So I'll give him this brightly coloured costume in the hopes that he'll get shot.
Well,
I'm assuming you've heard about some of the crap they're doing to poor Robin. Perhaps you should just call him Throbbing Robin now.
Yeah, they're doing it to all of them, man.
Yeah.
They've turned Obi-Wan Kenobi gay. Or bi.
Bye. Yep.
Yeah, but you know he's only ever going to be sleeping with men.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
I thought it was with like green little puppets.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, you might be right there.
I think Kermit's got more to fear than another human being.
And by the way, Star Wars fans, if you're a fan of the Ewoks or the Wookiees, you're a furry. Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with furries. Just saying.
No, there isn't, especially if you've got a lighter and an aerosol can.
Oh, I'm okay with that. The concept.
Awesome petrol.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, in that case, if no one else has anything vaguely intelligent to say...
No, but I have this to say. Yeah, it's over now. Bugger off. Go home. You shouldn't be here now. Go on, shut off.
And get
this is
therapy.
the polite one. Yeah.
And get therapy.
Yeah, actually, get therapy's about right. You came in just right. Well, thank you very much for coming in, ladies and gentlemen, whatever else you want to call yourself. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you not still here? Go on, bugger off.